Good morning. Should I do my usual intro? Yeah, why not? Hello and welcome to another video on doing stuff and filming it. Today, well, I'm not really doing very much, but I am filming something. Bit of a somber video today. I've come out to a place called Kessingland. It's on the English coast, just south of Lowestoft. I can see Lowestoft over to my left, and over to my right is the open ocean. I'll make a quick panorama shot and leave a link in the description if you want to see where I am. It is really quite gorgeous out here. It's probably the nicest beach, or one of the nicest beaches at least, that I've seen in the UK. It's not quite white sands, but it's pretty close. And it is superbly peaceful out here. I've been sat here on a sort of grassy knoll by the sea, and haven't seen another soul for about the last 20 minutes. Bearing in mind, I've just sat here about 20 minutes ago. Honestly. But that's not really the reason I'm making the video. Just to tell you I'm on holiday. The reason I'm recording this is today is the 21st of June 2024. Now that day is significant for me, not because it's the longest day of the year or anything like that. At least I think it is. Can't really remember. Today is what would have been my 10th wedding anniversary. 21st of June 2014. I made the biggest mistake of my life so far. With a bit of luck, I won't make such a colossal mistake ever again in my life. I'm certainly determined not to. And why do I say it's the biggest mistake of my life? Well, it's not just that I'm now happily divorced and engaged to somebody new who is absolutely fantastic. It's because of what that marriage became. In a lot of ways, it's what it was from the very start, which is why it's such a huge mistake. I'm not sure I'll ever really forgive myself for making. The long and short of it is the relationship beforehand, but especially after the wedding, it was an abusive relationship. Not many people know this, and I'm still not quite sure why I'm choosing to put it on the internet, but yeah, the woman that I married, the absolute evil piece, I don't even really want to call her a woman or even a human being. This absolute demon was my abuser for the better part of 10 years, and what should have been the best years of my life, the majority of my 20s. I'm in my mid-30s now, and I'm just about getting over it. Well, I'm just about in a place where I feel over it. There's still days when I'm not quite all right. But and the unfortunate thing about it is people say there aren't that many male victims of domestic abuse. I'm not convinced that's true. I think there are plenty out there. It's just that many don't speak out, and they go unnoticed, which is an unfortunate failing of our society. And it's quite a big step in your healing once you finally escape such a relationship, to admit that you were a victim, and then all the feelings after that of was it your fault? What did you do wrong? The truth is nothing. You did nothing wrong, and no, it wasn't your fault. It was entirely your abuser. In my case, it was entirely the evil witch that I was married to. But I'm sat here today on this beach. I've made a solo trip, a camping trip, on the back of my motorbike, and I'm just sat in this gorgeous place in the sun. And for once, I couldn't really be happier that I'm here. This trip is a huge milestone for me. There's so many elements of it which I just wasn't able to do when I was married. Oh, look, I can see another soul. There's a person walking down the beach about a mile away. I mean, I've wanted a bike since I was 16. For various reasons, it didn't happen. I got into cars instead. But when I was getting older, I still had that interest. But she was there. Put a stop to that. I grew up camping. There would be times I'd spend my entire summer in a tent, and I loved it. Wasn't allowed to do that. And going anywhere on my own, she always had to be there to control everything and to sort of taint everything as well. It didn't really matter if if it was something that I enjoy and that she claimed to enjoy. She'd always find a way to taint the day and make me feel just shit. And it was normally at the end we'd have a great day and then get in the car to go home and she'd just start just being a fucking cunt. I'm not to go into all the details of it. I'd be sat here all fucking week. I'm only here for 4 nights, Christ. But yeah, I'm sat here and I finally feel free. It's great. I'm combined two things that I love. I'm out here on my own. My fiance had absolutely no problem with me doing this as well. They've been very supportive, and it's quite sad that I had to reach my 30s before I realised that that's how relationships are supposed to be. I said I'm thinking about doing a solo camping trip on the back of the motorbike. Yeah, cracking, go and do it. Instead of gaslighting, shouting, screaming, fucking emotional abuse, anything to stop me doing it and to take all the joy out of it. I fully imagine, even if I'd managed to make it here whilst I was still married, my phone would have been blowing up the whole fucking time. Oh, when are you coming back? I'm all alone. And I wouldn't have been able to enjoy it because I'd have been tied to my phone. Yeah, I'm trying not to think about that because it'll taint this trip. And I want to be free of the fucking cunt. But yeah, it's quite symbolic for me sitting here doing this, finally at peace for the most part. It's a shame it's taken 10 fucking years of my life. It's just far too much. 10 minutes of my life would have been too much with that fucking cow. And I suppose there's plenty that I could say about it, and a lot of it has already been said over and over again. Like things like, it's not your fault, it was all them. There are millions of people online saying the same thing. What I will say about it, and I've said this to friends recently who have been going through hard times, not related to anything that I'm talking about, completely different situation, but hard times nonetheless. And that is that things do get better. It may not look like they ever will, and it may take a decade of your life like it did with me, but things do get better. Sometimes, yes, it takes effort on your part. Sometimes it's a lot of hard work, and it really shouldn't be. But they can get better, and they do get better. So yeah, I'm not here to make content, I'm here to relax. This is the only video I'm going to make, sitting here. I just felt the need to put that out there. I haven't spoken publicly about this ever. My partner obviously knows all about it. I think maybe my parents have got some hints, but I haven't really talked to them about it either. That's one of the things of a narcissistic, abusive relationship, is you get cut off from your family and friends, and yeah, that's still something I need to work on, but yeah. So yeah, if you're out there and you're watching this and you know that you're in one of these situations, you've come to that realization and you're trying to get out of it, or you've just got out of it but you're still suffering, you're still hurting, or if you're just thinking that maybe you are in it, things will get better, I promise. Right, I'm off to do some holiday stuff.